Act 2. Oh, God. What the hell happened here? Can we rewind a bit? Hours in the past, but not many. Oh, there we go. A young nymph stands in her recluse hollow. It just so happens that today is the day her grand metamorphosis begins, colloquially known as a morph day. Well, supposedly. Though it was several thousand tidal turns ago she was given life, it was still several hundred tidal turns ago she was given a name. The specific grouping of these thousands of tidal turds would be equivalent to 15 Earth years. She may have already been named, but it'd be a shame not to type it up again for old time's sake. Your name is Lilac. Oh. You've hidden your last name with an epitaphic hex. Dope. I guess you go by Lilac of the Final Applause. It's been a while since you've done this properly. Okay, one more time. You are known as Lilac of the Final Applause. As was previously mentioned, it is your morph day, though you are pretty much over it already. You tend to get over things pretty quickly. It's not like you've got much time left anyway. Coinciding with this lack of time, you've taken up few interests but a large variety of distractions. First and foremost amongst them, ancient satirical thermal weaponry. You have a particular fondness for their explosive properties. As an amateur alchemist, you've found you can make pretty much anything into a bomb if you put your upper organ onto it, and often when you don't. You consider yourself a connoisseur of the epileptic scroll cells, an incredible art form known to laymen as cartoons. Though many would leer at your personal selection of Gracie-era animated avant-garde comedies, they are nonetheless your favorites. The opinions of others don't really get you down. Those cartoons made you feel something, and that means it's art, and you've long held that art is cinema. You've also taken up gardening lately, though somewhat predictably your talents lean more towards the ending of things. Your friends tell you that you have something of a black thumb. Speaking of friends, you have a small but dear cadre of them that you have been completely ignoring for the past few hours. To this end, you have not been using your somewhat complex mystically enhanced chat client, which is called Naglink. Your nag tag is currently Gavage Cunctation, and you find yourself easily distracted, because, unfortunately, the wonders of your world largely underwhelm you. You are also cursed, but who isn't these days? Lilac, retrieve arms from mysterious shell. You've got plenty of arms already right here, and all around you. Doing that actually feels kind of weird, so you probably won't do it again ever.
Writhe like a flagellum and puke in your shell.
Aren't you a little early? That aside, you already did that, numbnubs. Now the caretaker's going to have to clean it all up. Or you could. But you won't. You turn away from your isolate shell in shame. Sorry, caretaker. Lilac, pick up a bomb. You pick up a classic cartoon bomb from your trusty arsenal, which is more or less just sort of a haphazard pile of explosives. What a comfort. This feels right. Lilac, take bomb. You captchalogue the cartoon bomb. Its card is now primed. Later, if you want to retrieve it, you will have to complete the defuse sequence to successfully retrieve the item without detonating the card. In this case, this would detonate the cartoon bomb as well, setting off a chain reaction of slapstick explosions. This methodology applies for all items captchalogued by this modus, not just literal bombs. It goes without saying that this causes problems. Lilac, throw bomb. In your room? That's a terrible idea. Instead, you slot the cartoon bomb into your bomb-kind strife deck, then responsibly chuck it out the window, where it's safe. Lilac, fondly regard poster. You have a variety of scrolls on your walls depicting some of your all-time favorite cartoons. This one here is Catfish Dogfish. It's pretty much just what it says on the tin. Conjoined twins of two different species of fish. They're opposites, but they're still sisters, through thick and thin. Mostly thick. Or thin. Which one is the bad one? The show itself is always under scrutiny from naysaying aesthetes of lesser ability. They say its title is hard to pronounce. They say its characters are largely unlikable, and the circumstances of their birth implausible. They don't get it. Nobody gets it. It's art. Lilac, check notification. You would, but you get too distracted examining your setup instead. Assembled from high-quality trash you found on the beach. It's tried to die on you so many times you've lost count. It has a resting BPM of 200. You often wake to the moaning and wailing of fans in its aching obsidian tower when it turns on in the middle of the night for seemingly no reason. Sometimes the screen blackens during regular use for several minutes. It is your pride and joy. Your buddy TC has been trying to get you to upgrade for years. You probably should, but you're just too attached to this dilapidated piece of shit. Honestly, if you built something too good, you'd start to feel bad about mistreating it. He's also suggested you at least handle it a little more gently, maybe keep it a little further away from the explosives. But you can only do so much. Lilac, marvel over your vivacious botanical triumphs. Okay. A couple of your friends keep sending you these for some reason. They've sent you a lot of plants over the turns. You may have to ask one of them to send another. You think you can do it right this time. Lilac, open present. It's a mechanical lotus. Your friend TC sent this over after the first couple specimens perished due to mysterious neglect-adjacent phenomena. A plant that even you can't kill. That's actually pretty cool. You need to make sure you take extra special care of this one. Lilac, water mechanical lotus. Fuck everything. Lilac, explain slime situation. You're not in the mood to talk about that right now. Someone destroyed your precious mechanical lotus! You might never be okay. Whoever did this could be lurking nearby. Lilac, equip all bombs. Excellent suggestion. It never hurts to be prepared to blow something to smithereens for no reason. That's the sort of go-get-em attitude that's landed you on quite a few lists. A small price to pay for peace of mind. Unfortunately, your mind knows no such peace. TC usually knows what to say during times like these. Lilac, open Naglink. Oh no. Here she goes again. It is really not the time for her brand of bullfish shit right now. See ya! Lilac, stop messing around and read some messages.
Yo, Lilac. Lack attack. I'd be lying if I said I never caught you lacking. But that's chill. It's neither here nor there. Anyway, happy Morph Day, bro. I sent over a couple of goodies, and luckily the drones didn't even get intercepted this time around. But more importantly, the game's done. Surprise! Had to munch down some crunch to get it all cleaned up in time for your big day. But it's nothing a little tactical endocrine tweakage couldn't smooth over. Sherb is ready to rock. Oh man. I'm just so stoked we actually did this. Blows my brainstem that it's already been over a lap since we met. So many good times, and all thanks to some enigmatic Urtek CT tripped over in a cavern, or whatever the fuck. I know you aren't always super big on the lower mysteries, but when you responded to my CrossNet comm unique, I didn't just gain an indispensably critical consultant for this project, but like, a true-ass friend. Oh, damn. Speaking of which, I went ahead and remotely installed a little dorm brew tech onto that dilapidated piece of shit computer of yours. It's called Chaos. Oops. Fuck. Chaos. Bro. Lol. Chaos. Should solve a lot of the weird othernet and spatiotemporal disconfoculations we've been dealing with while trying to integrate all our separate chat clients. And you should be able to hook up your Naglink account, no problemo. Plus, you already know that shit is Sherb compatible. Even got the architecture for the team group chat all set up, so when you're feeling up to it, you should hop on in so we can get this Amuse cruise going. I'm gonna pop a couple chilitonins and get some last minute net sesh tweaks set up now, but drop me a line ASAP. Wait, actually? Hold on. Fuck yes, Bible precision. Wait, bro, I am actually not entirely sure that vibing is the vibe at all. I mean, to be clear, I'm for sure vibing, but vis-a-vis the question of, am I chill to be starting impromptu convos with any old rando? The answer is a resounding fuck no ski. Do you think folks get the nuance of like, I'm vibing, but in a productive way, and I've got major maneuvers going on, so I'd rather you didn't shoot through unless it was urgent, lest you throw me off my groove? I'm just gonna assume it's obvious. Anyway, get online and hit me up soon, silly fella. I have a feeling today is gonna be a pretty cool day. Hope you liked your present.
Alright. The game. That dreaded game. Recently, the mere mention of it triggers a major vibal nosedive, and vaguely reminds you of the prophecy foretold regarding your birth. Something about a global calamity, the great loss, or whatever. You don't remember the specifics, but it seems pretty awful. To be fair, though, pretty much every nymph prophecy is about some calamity or other. Nymphs sure do love a good calamity. Man, it sucks that all prophecies must come true. Lilac, install Chaos. Weren't you reading? TC already remotely installed the program while you were ignoring them. A totally wholesome and not creepy invasion of privacy. What a chum.
Okay, wise ass. Set up Chaos.
No need to be rude. The setup interface looks pretty simple. You can just drag and drop Naglink directly into the program and fuck! You accidentally blew up Chaos. Luckily, it looks like there's a second file already here. You very carefully drop the Chaos directly into the program and it imports all your settings, friends, chat history, file attachments, biodata. Wow, TC thought of everything. You guess you should probably check that other message. Lilac, check other message. Let's not. Looks like you've been included in some sort of public server for the game. Wow, that's an absurd amount of people. Are they all TC's friends? They all seem to be arguing. It's pretty discordant in here. You skim the rules channel and notice a special message addressed to you.
Lila, you can go ahead and pop over to the mod channel Pale Horse Dark Geniuses.
Mod chat? Does he expect you to be in charge of all these strangers? The ability to moderate messages, to report, ban, and kick as you see fit? Who would want to hold that kind of power over others? Who could? Not you, that's for sure. Lilac, check other messages for real this time. Seriously, for real. Oh, fine. You tab over to your nag gaggle. Or you would if it was still there. You guess it's a peer tab now. How banal. You mentally prepare yourself to read a garrulous wall of maroon nonsense. Let's see what she's on about today.
Grand rising, Queen. Let us get these starch-based fuel units. I urge thee to respond as soon as thou art not busy, which should be immediate, as thou art, never busy. And with today's deliciously malicious circumstances being as they are, I gamble that thee even awoke before midday. Ye gods. And thou know how loath I am to gamble. Today, my dear dark sister, we have been called to fulfill a destiny most glorious. In preparation of this, allow me to remind thee of a few adamantine truths to keep thy upper organon on the track to success. Ignoring me may give thee momentary peace, but it will not save thee. The work of the heretical ungulates may bring thee mindless amusement, but it will not save thee. Not even those garish scroll cells so penitentiously claimed to be art can save thee from the wrath of fate. The last part about their cartoons was simply a bit of mocking jest. Thy hobbies and interests are valid, my friend. But fate's furious fist does indeed approach with intent to kill. To kill thee, in particular. As sure as Narwhal's finale is said to fall on deaf ears. The translation is oft debated, though I should know better than to tell thee of all nymphs. Ultimately, word as my bond, nothing can save thee. But this hath always been the case. As thee well know, death is never the end. The stage is set. It is merely time to perform. There are countless forces working against my success, but we will overcome them all. Can thou feel that sensation churning within thee? The power of thy necrotic liquid Nubian destiny pulsing its way from thine inkstone, slowly redefining thy very being. Thy grand metamorphosis has begun, and with it comes newfound power. How glorious! Truth be told, the thought alone sends a shiver down my visceral column. As thy elder by several syzygic recitals, I feel obligated to be involved in thy newest developmental period. Yes, how gracious of me, I know. Thou may feel free to rejoice as thee please. However, merely watching thy ascension from seed to sapling has been reward enough for me. Our master and friend relationship has always been dear to me. Oh, to be young again. Oh, Lilac, I merely jest. The jest being I see myself as thy master. In a way, we are each other's masters in this beautiful game we call friendship. Tangentially speaking, isn't it odd how our age is measured in tidal turns, despite it being a smaller unit of sublunary mensuration than syzygic recitals? How annoying! Nymph culture is quite frustratingly arbitrary at times. Anyway, take a gander outside and thou may see the gifts I've sent arriving. One large and sentimental, along with one small and practical. I have no doubt they will please thee greatly. They will assist thee in thy newest journey. It's something I know thou hath wanted for possibly untold ages. There is no need to thank me, however. Such base indulgences are beneath me. No matter how much thee prostrate thyself before me, and finally profess thy undying appreciation for all I do, have done, and will continue to do for thee. It will not move me. I will, however, require a hasty response. I've found myself in a situation to which a violent resolution is approaching. Hello. Lilac, thou must respond soon. There are motions we need to synchronize which require a dialogue to do so. Dialogue meaning a series of words exchanged between two individuals. As thee well know, respond to my messages. I am watching thee from my orb now. Come to the screen and respond to my messages. Stop looking at those posters. They are no different from the last time thee saw them. Lilac, I have need of thee. Lilac of the final applause, I require thy response immediately. When I said our countless forces are working against my success, I must admit I was disguising the truth. That was actually a gross exaggeration. The forces are quite countable. The main force impeding my success is thee! Can thee just sit down at thee fucking computer and help me? Fuck you!
Now she's mad at you again. For no reason. This is clearly all happening because you are cursed. Maybe if you make good on at least one request she made of you, she won't complain anymore. Actually, you know that is not true. She will complain so much more. You should go see what all this gift talk's about. Maybe you won't immediately destroy them. Knowing her, she probably hexed the package with an anti-piracy incantation so no one other than you could receive them. Lilac, check window. You take a look out the window and observe your surroundings. Using the pair of panoptics that lay above your mantle, you take advantage of your innate ability to see through water. It is currently low tide, and your recluse hollow peaks safely above the cruel electronic shorting churn of the ocean below. You grew up in a suburb on the delta of the River Nile in what is known as a catacomplex. It's where older nymphs go to die, as many as can fit, at least. It's one of the nicer ones, too. Most of them aren't this close to the surface. You arrived here in a manner typical of the myriad enigmatic and unsettling circumstances nymph children ordinarily arrive in their semi-forever homes. Looks like the caretaker is receiving the package. She's not your caretaker. Well, she is, but she's called that because she's the caretaker of the catacomplex's lifers. Adult nymphs often drop their epitaphs in favor of titles. You hope to do the same one day, as you aren't really a fan of yours. The caretaker attempts one of her classic coddle texts, heartfelt greeting. Not today. Uh-oh.